Yeah. The night everything changed. One night can turn a whole life into a story. It started like a normal night, the city breathing slow. Streetlights on the pavement, everybody heading home. I was thinking about tomorrow, trying to make a better plan. Never knew that before sunrise I would understand. My phone began to ring and I could feel something was wrong. A voice on the other side was shaking on the phone. Said you need to come outside, there's something you should know. So I grabbed my jacket quickly and I stepped into the cold. People standing in small groups by the corner store. I saw a familiar face, but the smile was gone. He looked at me and whispered something happened before dawn. Then I realized life had changed without a warning in my hands. That was the night everything changed. Nothing looked the same, even though the streets remain. That was the night I learned that time can disappear. One moment you're surrounded, next you're facing all your fears. That was the night everything changed. I carried different questions when the morning finally came. I couldn't stop the clock, couldn't make the past rewind. So I took the lesson with me and kept moving with my life. Morning came with sunlight, but it did not feel bright. Everybody had a story about what happened that night. I learned that every story has a side you cannot see, and judging from a distance can create another tragedy. So I stayed away from gossip, kept my focus on the truth. I thought about our childhood, all the dreams we used to share. We talked about escaping every problem that we knew. But life can take a turn before your plans become complete, and sometimes all you left with is a memory on repeat. I wanted to be angry, wanted someone I could blame. Then I realized that anger would not bring back yesterday. So I let the pain speak softly, let the truth become my God, and promised I would live with more intention from that night. That was the night everything changed. Nothing looked the same, even though the streets remain. That was the night I learned that time can disappear. One moment you're surrounded, next you're facing all your fears. That was the night everything changed. I carried different questions when the morning finally came. I couldn't stop the clock, couldn't make the past rewind. So I took the lesson with me and kept moving with my life. Yeah, every time I pass that corner, I remember what I learned. Some chapters end, suddenly some bridges never turn. I started calling people just to tell them they were loved. I learned to keep my promises and listen when they speak. I learned that real strength is not pretending you are fine. It's facing what you're feeling and still choosing how to rise. It's knowing when to step away from something that brings pain, and finding enough courage to begin your life again. A night changed my direction, but it did not end my road. I carried what it taught me as I carried every load. I stopped chasing empty praise and started chasing something true. A life that makes a difference in the people that I knew. If somebody needs a hand, I try to give one when I can. If somebody loses hope, I try to help them make a stand. Because nobody can predict when everything will rearrange, and one ordinary evening can become the night everything changed. One night, one moment, one message, one choice. Sometimes life gets quiet, then you hear your own voice. You cannot change yesterday, but tomorrow's still yours. Close the door on what broke you, open up another door. That was the night everything changed. Nothing looked the same, even though the streets remain. That was the night I learned that time can disappear. One moment you're surrounded, next you're facing all your fears. That was the night everything changed. I carried different questions when the morning finally came. I couldn't stop the clock, couldn't make the past rewind. So I took the lesson with me and kept moving with my life. Years may pass, but I remember that night. Not because I want to live there, but because it changed my sight. I learned to value every moment, every person, every day, to speak before it's too late and never waste the words I say. The city keeps on moving, new stories start each dawn, but some nights leave a mark that quietly lives on. I carry that reminder without letting it control me. The past became a teacher, not a chain around my feet. If tomorrow brings another road, I walk it with respect. I know that life is fragile, so I give each day my best. And when somebody asks me what transformed the way I think, I remember one cold night, in the moment everything changed. A better life begins when you stop taking moments for granted. I remember every promise we made back then, the kind you thought would never end. Now I understand that every second has a value, So I build with patience and protect the people I love. I do not need to know the future to appreciate today.